Red Bun means we're live, a casual take with your boy Steven Pepper, here to give a take off my chest. Now, the Reds got swept by the Dodgers last night, and as a Reds fan, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not disappointed, okay? I didn't expect the Reds to get a game off that super team, but you know what I am disappointed in? Elly's play. Like, what was that these past 2 days? Now, this is going to hurt for me to say because I've been a big fan of his and will continue to be, but Elly's the most overrated player in the sport. I think he is at this point. Like, how do you not get a hit that entire series when you're supposed to be one of the best players in baseball soon? He is all aura, no moments. Like, seriously, what is Elly's signature moment? Close your eyes right now and envision a time when he came through in a big spot for the Reds. You can't. But last night was his chance to have like a 2019 Juan Soto moment. Top of the sixth, bases loaded, down a run. I'm not asking him to hit a grand slam, but one swing ties the game. If he's a superstar, he comes through. But he swung and missed on the same pitch, the curveball, that he still hasn't been able to figure out in 3 seasons. Okay? Now listen, maybe in the end that wouldn't have mattered because the Reds pitching staff kept letting up runs. But here's what does matter. That he ends up becoming that MVP level player that he was advertised as. You know, this unicorn, 6'5", with video game power and speed that everyone and their cousin fell in love with when he came out of the minors. Now, although I've seen some flashes, some great flashes of that, my take from watching Elly last night is, you know, he's good enough to be an all-star, but he's far from superstar. Just far from it. I mean, A-Rod was calling this guy on, I remember on the the game in Tennessee against the Braves, the Speedway Classic, A-Rod was saying this guy's going to be the best player in baseball in like a couple years. I don't see it. And he's still chasing that same pitch in the dirt. Reds fans, you know. Now, again, I'm not asking the Reds. I didn't ask the Reds to beat the Dodgers. Okay, I didn't expect that to happen. So I'm not blaming the sweep all on Elly. I thought Tito managed a horrible game. Green, Martinez, the whole pitching staff, which I thought was an advantage for the Reds, just came up small. But the key to the series, if the Reds wanted to be even more competitive, was Elly had to step up. If he was truly a superstar, get on the level of at least an Ohtani, Teoscar Hernandez, Betts, Freeman. But Elly couldn't even match Rojas or Paez. I mean, just listen to these numbers here. Elly in the 2 games in 6 at-bats, no hits, 1 run, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, but 4 strikeouts, and his slash lines, oh my goodness, a 0 for average, a 250 for OBP, a 0 for slugging, and a 250 for OPS. He's supposed to be a future superstar. What was that? Now, I want to make myself clear. I'm not out on Elly De La Cruz and his potential and what he can be. I'm not out, okay? I'm still a big fan of Elly. I love Elly. I understand. He's 22 years old. Dude's like a 22, 23 years old. He's a year older than me, okay? He's got a lot of time to still be a great player, and it's only his 3rd season. But I can't lie to you. I came in this year. I said it preseason, all my boys. I need a Bobby Witt Jr. level leap if this guy's seriously going to be an MVP level player for the Reds. What I mean by that is last year, if you remember, Bobby Witt Jr. was also another hyped young player that some people were like, is he going to make a jump? And then he finished 2nd in MVP behind Aaron Judge. And going forward, Bobby Witt's going to be a perennial MVP candidate in the American League. I thought that could have been, given the season Elly had last year with all the home runs and the steals, that was on the table for him. But he gave us 22 homers. That's it. And he had 4 from July to October. That's not good enough. If you look at his average and the amount of times he strikes out, he can't justify all those strikeouts and low batting average with the home runs. Okay, Kyle Schwarber in Cal Raleigh can, because they're giving the teams 50 to 60 home runs. But when you can't hit enough home runs with the supposed power that you have, you're also striking out at a high rate. You're also leading the majors by 4 in errors. I'm going to need a little bit more from you. And again, not to get a hit, where's your moment? I came in the series saying, listen, Juan Soto was like 19, 20 years old in 2019 when the Nationals won the World Series. Juan Soto was seen as a guy who could be the future best player in baseball. And, Elly De La Cruz wants to be on that trajectory. This is his time to get a moment. But, man, I'm trying to close my eyes and just think of an Elly De La Cruz moment right now. I can't. Maybe his cycle in his rookie season, that electric game. But which gets to my other point. Man, I don't even know if Elly's gotten that much better from his rookie season. It's weird to say. Yes, he's now become like a more polished all-star, but he's still raw. Okay, he's still no superstar. He's not going to get an MVP vote. Again, I've seen flashes. I think in June, the guy looked like one of the best players in the sport. Looked like, okay, he may get a vote. But again, 4 homers from July to October, a disappointing season, a disappointing end of season from Elly De La Cruz for the Cincinnati Reds. Man, to me, he's just got to be the most overrated star at this point. Is he not? Let me know if you agree or disagree. I appreciate everyone for tuning in to this episode of A Casual Take. Follow me on Twitter at StephenPepper38. Until next time, see ya.